Hello, everybody. It's your host, Jaden, for the Illini Daily. We have a lot to talk about today. We just had a really great game. The Illini had a really great game against Purdue. It was a very close game. It was a shootout, and it was very nerve-wracking. But not only that, Keaton Wagler dropped 46 points, which was a beautiful sight to see. Not only that, we got to talk about how Brad Underwood coached this game and changed the scheme up very well against Purdue. And then we also need to talk about what this does to the Big Ten, and not only that, to college basketball. So let's just get straight into it, man. This was a great game. Purdue was ready for everything. In the beginning of the game, it was going back and forth in the first half. You can clearly tell that Purdue was the number fourth ranked team for a reason. They were dominant throughout the game. Braden Smith, in my opinion, other than Keaton Wagler, is probably the best point guard in college basketball right now, especially that he has the most career assists in college basketball, especially in the Big Ten. He dominated this game, 27 and 12 assists, 27 points and 12 assists is just a crazy stat, especially to say the least, especially in college basketball where it's more team oriented, and the fact that he did that in order for his team to succeed or has been succeeding is just a really great sight to see. And the fact that we beat them is an even better sight to see because Illinois just participated very hard in this game. You could tell that no matter what, that it was going to be a difficult game because in the beginning of the game we did not shoot very well. We were under 30% for three, and we were in the low 40% in just overall field goal percentage, and they were out shooting us. They were over 57% in field goal range, and that's just really, really good if you're making most of your shots, especially in the beginning of the game where it was going back and forth. Whoever missed first was going to start losing. So the fact that we stuck with it and participated the way that we did of getting hard rebounds and out rebounding them. We had 33 rebounds to their 19, so not we just dominated about getting boards. It was very important that we did that because everybody knows in basketball the first person to rebound is the first person to either score or have the chance to score. So, and not only that, we got most of the offensive rebounds. They weren't even close to our offensive rebounds. We got 13 to their 3. So we just dominated. You could clearly tell that we wanted to win. We were going after every single rebound, every single steal, every single loose ball. We just wanted more opportunities to score, and we just wanted the chance to work harder as a team. You could clearly tell that throughout this game, even though we were down by 10 points at one point, that we just clearly wanted to win. And you could especially tell that through our best player, Keaton Wagler, which is when I want to go to my next point. Dude, Keaton dropped 46 points. Not a lot of people could say that he can do that in college basketball, and especially that he was like 9 for 11 to 3. He was just not missing, especially you could see in the first half when he dropped 17 points. It was just insane, man. He took whatever shot that was given to him and he made it. And you could clearly tell that he was in that flow state. If you watch anime or anything comic wise, once you're in that flow state, you know that feeling like nothing's going wrong, everything's going your way, and you can clearly tell he was just in that state, man. Ever since he literally took three 30-foot shots. I know a lot of people would disagree that's a bad shot, and I know Steph Curry is one of those few people who wouldn't say that's a bad shot, but in college basketball, taking 30-foot shots is just very rare, and the fact that he made 3, if not 4 of them, just shows his true dominance within the game. And that was in the beginning of the game. At first, Purdue was up by 8 points, and Keaton Wagler was just like, guys, I got this. I can tell we're having a bad shooting night, and I'm just going to support our team as best as I can because I am the leader of this team. Even though I'm a freshman, I'm just going to take everybody, put them on my back, and I'm going to support this team the best I can. And he did a great job in that. Not only did he get 46 points, he got 4 assists. And yes, he didn't get a lot of rebounds, if not none. he still forced and pushed the offense to crazy great fast breaks, and he dominated inside the paint as much as he did shooting threes. He took a lot of shots inside the paint. He had three really good layups that he got a bunch of and ones on, and while he was doing that, because he was such a dominant force in scoring, they had to foul him a lot, especially in shooting. He went 11 for 13. Uh, Dude, free throws are easy buckets, and the fact that he made all 11 of them. Now, he missed two, but that's going to happen. You can't make every single shot. Yes, I'm being a little greedy, and that's a little hard, but if you have free shots, man, you got to make them. But it's okay. He had 46, so he made up for it. And the fact that he had 46 of those points and 11 of them were just free throws is another crazy idea to think about. Because, guys, I don't know if you don't play basketball and if you do and you're just a fan of it, when you play and you're just back to my point of being in that flow state, when you play and you see shots not going in, it's not only lackluster to yourself, but it's lackluster to your team because everybody's frustrated with yourself. So the fact that he was making almost every single of his shots made the team want to stick with it. A great example is Stavakovic. He didn't have a great night. He played great against Maryland, but due to Keaton Wagler's leadership, he got almost every board that he got. He got 7 rebounds, which is not very common with him. He averages 6. And the fact that he outdid himself because of Keaton Wagler's tutelage of, hey, I got this for my team. I'll score for us. You usually score 2, but today I'm going to be the guy that always takes every single shot. So just help me out in other points of the game that I can't do right now. And he did. And the same thing with his boy Merkovich. Like, I love that dude. He averages 8+ rebounds for a reason, and the fact that he still got 8+ rebounds and 12 points just showed that they were feeling that flow state that Keaton Wagler was in. But that brings back to my next point. Coach Brad Underwood, man, I I knew he was a great coach, but after this game, he was an amazing coach. This might be the best squad he's ever gotten, just straight talent wise. And the fact that everybody participated in this win is a great thing. Now, not everybody didn't score high. Mirkovic was our second highest scorer with 12 points, which is unusual for us because we have so many high volume scorers. But the fact that everybody was rebounding, everybody was playing defense, everybody was ready for the crazy sets that Purdue was doing, everybody was ready to just make the little plays in order for us to have big plays. And that's through Brad Underwood, man. You could clearly tell he was coaching his butt off. Because, for example, Purdue was changing the scheme up. They were doing zone defenses, man coverage defense, man one zone defense. And if you don't know any of those defenses, I'll give you great examples. For example, in the beginning of the game, Purdue wanted the lackluster shooting because we do shoot a lot of threes as a team. Um, they played a 1-3-1 zone where Braden Smith plays whoever comes up to the perimeter and he just follows them only in the top of the perimeter. And then throughout the lower of the paint, there's 3 guys. One stays in the middle, 2 other guys stay near the other outsides of the 3, and they just follow whoever's in their zone. And then you have that one person who just goes baseline to baseline, just following whoever shoots corner threes. And we do a lot of that. So when they did that scheme wise, it kind of ruined our momentum, and Keaton Wagler kind of took us out of it by him just facing up against this zone. And then they had to change the zone to a 2-3, which yet again, due to his scoring, they had to go to man, and they weren't athletic enough to keep up with our speed because we do a lot of fast pace scoring straight up on fast breaks, and they couldn't keep up with that. And our fast offense with 1-2 passes and a screen, and then somebody scores. So they couldn't keep up with it, so they had been forced to play man, which was in the Keaton Wagler's definitely his strength because he was just destroying everybody, and you can clearly see that when he dropped 46 points. And Brad Underwood, I think he did a great job of everybody just keep playing your best. We're going to give the ball to Keaton, and then whatever follows, we're going to be okay. And this goes to my next point, and this is a little more opinionated. versus just saying straight up stats. Guys, we're putting everybody on notice. We beat the number 4 team, Purdue, and that's a pretty big deal. I don't think you guys really understand. We were the number 11 team, and probably today our rankings are definitely going to go up. We're probably going to be a top 6, top 5 team, and this is a big deal because the Big Ten is a very hard conference in any level, especially in basketball, where we have 5 other teams in the top, if not most of the top 25 be Big Ten teams. And the fact that we just beat a top 4 team through, like, at their house is even better. And we're on a 9-game winning streak out of 10 games, which is even better because we're just ready for anybody right now. And the fact that we beat this Purdue team just shows the physicality and capability that our team has. And I'm going to say it again. I think this is the best team that Brad Underwood has ever coached, especially talent-wise. We have so many talented dudes, Stavakovic, Keen Wagler, and we just won another game without Boswell, who's another key scorer to our squad and a senior captain presence. So the fact that we're winning games without him is even better. I know that stinks because I want Boswell back as fast as possible, especially with the coming up of March Madness and postseason. But I know he's going to be healthy and he's going to recover as soon as possible once he can come back. And hopefully we can hear updates about his injury as soon as possible. But other than that, dude, we're putting everybody on notice. We're ready for anybody, and I feel like if we played against Nebraska again, we could beat them. Even though, yes, they're still on a longer winning streak than anybody else. They haven't lost the game. But I feel like we're capable of beating that team now, especially with how hot everybody's been and how good of an effort that we've been pulling for the past 9 games. And Purdue's really good, dude. Braden Smith is a top talent. I don't think anybody talks about it enough because how, like, he's a smaller guard. But the fact that we were able to compete with him and outplay him through Wagler and everybody else on a low shooting night is just amazing to see. And I feel like we're just ready for anything, man. We're just going to be getting even better every single game. And the fact that there's more games to come. And we have this giant rest until Thursday against Washington, who's not even close to our level, is just a really good thing to see. And we're going to have starting possibly a 10-game winning streak where it's going to push us ready for the postseason and March Madness. And like I said, there's still a lot of basketball left, but the fact that we're still on this 9-game winning streak and our next game is Washington is even better. And I'm just going to list the next opponents that we have that doesn't really scare me because after Washington, we're back to it. We face off Nebraska, which is arguably the best Big Ten team right now because they haven't lost a game. And I feel like we have a better matchup now, especially now that we won against Purdue, which Purdue gave Nebraska a very hard game. Yes, they lost 2, but the fact that we just beat them just gives me more confidence and makes me feel more ready so we can keep our winning streak alive, hopefully. Northwestern, not a very good team. Another dub, possibly. Wisconsin is an up and down team. They're very good defensively. And I skipped Michigan State, which is even harder team because that's another team that is ready for anything. They're always good at basketball. They have a really good coach. They always have really good schemes, and they know how to shoot. And they have a really good big man that can dominate any single game. He's also one of the most athletic players that I've seen. Uh, his name I do not remember. I believe is Sharrell. I definitely apologize. Give me 1 second. He's really, really good. I just saw his highlights the other day, and dude, he's just unreal. Um, anyway, that's besides the point. They're just a good physical team. We need to be ready for any opponent that we're going to face, especially in our conference. So I think we've just put everybody on notice, and I hope everybody's ready because this Illinois team is ready for anybody and anywhere. So, easy that said, I hope you guys enjoyed, and you guys have a great day because the Illini are coming, baby. Let's get it. Have a good night.